Welcome to the last broadcast before fall break. Today is Thursday, October 4th.
Oh, does it have to be the last?
Don't worry, we'll be back again after the break.
Speaking of fall break, if you haven't figured out what to do besides play Fortnite, watch the segment made by Bryce, Jessenia, and Aiden.
But all I want to do is play Fortnite.
Well, watch the segment and you might change your mind.
Hey, Skyview.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Bryce.
I'm Jessenia.
In this segment, we're going to be telling you 10 things to do over break. Let's get to it.
Let's go!
For this survey, we went around the school and asked kids what they wanted to do over break, and here are our results. Number 10, watch movies. Number 9, hang out with family. Number 8, travel. Number 7, do homework. Number 6, play video games.
Number 5, sleep. 4, play sports. Number 3, eat. Number 2, hang out with friends. And number 1, play Fortnite.
Even if you think fall break is boring, hopefully it just give you a couple plans. I'm done with school, so hopefully these 2 weeks are great. I'll see you after break.
Back to you, anchors.
Wow, that was interesting.
I was planning on playing video games all break up until now.
Yeah, I was too.
Alyssa, Taylor, and Quentin are picking up leaves next.
Boring.
Picking up leaves can be fun. Come on, let's view it.
Hi, I'm Ralph Einsween. As you may know, fall break is coming soon, but I have something to warn you about. Pick up leaves. And here's why. You should pick up leaves because your cat won't drown in bees or any other pet. If you have a different pet, you could. You also won't have to fall in leaves and scratch your eyes when you're in the playground if you go out in the playground. And also your house won't be infested by bees, flies, rats, and other animals that would infest your house. There are also some consequences to not picking up leaves, though. A volcano could form in your couch, which is bad. The spiders will die, and they'll take over the world. Also, a duck will attack you. Oh no, the duck!
I didn't pick up leaves and now my shoe is in China. My cows were in my house and at night I haven't slept in 5 weeks. It's almost like I have a kid. And the flies have taken over. Bye.
Pick up leaves. Don't put your life in danger. The flies could take over. You don't want that, do you?
That wasn't too bad. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, who knew that not picking up leaves could be so dangerous?
I will definitely pick up as many leaves as I can this autumn.
Anyway, Kayden, Lecia, and Jack are interviewing some people on their fall break plans.
Maybe it'll give me a few ideas of my own.
Yeah, let's roll the clip.
Hey, fall break's coming up. Maybe people are doing something fun.
Well, let's go see.
Well, my mom and my sister who live out of town, they're going to come visit. We're going to go shopping and do fun stuff. I'm going to watch The Price is Right every morning. I'm going to sleep, I'm going to eat, and I'm going to cry because I'm going to miss my students so much.
I'm planning to go over to my best friend's house.
We're gonna go camping a lot. We might go like 3 times.
We're either gonna go to Steamboat or Breckenridge.
I'm going to go to Skate City with my friends and hang out with my family.
Hang out with my dad more often because I didn't really see him over the last quarter.
I am, as stated in previous sentence.
I'm not going to see any family because I'm just going to stay home for the most part.
I'll probably see my grandparents, but that's it.
I'm gonna go to Whitefield most of the break to see my cousins and family. Yes, in Steamboat, my uncle lives in Steamboat.
My family from Wyoming, my cousins are coming over, and my grandparents are coming over too.
We might go to Wyoming to visit my grandparents.
My favorite part about fall, fall's actually my favorite holiday, so I love getting ready for Halloween. I usually set up Halloween decorations and buy pumpkins and wear hoodies, and it's my favorite.
Chilling at my house playing Fortnite. My favorite part about fall break is that you get to sleep in every single day.
Sleeping in.
Getting to play in the leaves.
Not having to go to school.
Getting actual sleep. Hearing my mom nagging about
Not playing Fortnite.
Being away from my students, obviously.
Not being able to see my friends.
Missing most of my friends.
It's because you don't get to see your friends every day.
Having to do chores like raking leaves.
I find it fun because I can finally get to do things that I've always wanted to do.
Fun. Why? Because I can just sleep in every single day.
I think it's amazing.
Okay, why?
Because of previous sentences of stated activities.
Fun sometimes.
Fun. Why? Because you get to do whatever you want and you don't have to go to school.
It's both. Like, towards the end, it's really boring because you're done everything you already wanted to do. But then it's just, you just don't know what to do. So it gets boring.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I could be doing something fun too.
And not boring.
Well, back to you,
Anchors!
I didn't know what Mr. G was doing. Did you?
No, but thanks for keeping me informed.
Yeah. I'm so hungry.
Me too. What's next?
A cooking show done by Tara, Mason, and Sydney.
Thank goodness, I'm famished. I can't wait to see this.
Hello, and welcome back to Skyview Cooking Show. I'm your host, Sydney. Today, your chefs, Tara and Mason, are making you a tasty treat to eat over your fall break. Hello, Tara.
Hi.
What are the ingredients for this tasty snack you're making us today?
Well, I only have the best of the best cereal, Rice Krispie Treats with Snap, Crackle, and Pop on them. Just perfect and OGs. And I have the most delicious marshmallows I'm going to be using. They're the best. And I have the salted butter I'm going to be melting them on. And these adorable freaking Halloween cookie cutters. I'm definitely going to win this. I think I'm going to win it.
Okay, let's start making. Oh, there you are.
What?
It's time.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. What?
What are you making today?
Oh, I'm gonna be making I think Rice Krispie Treats, but I'm not actually quite sure, because I was supposed to be on the last show, right? I was supposed to be on the last show.
No, you're supposed to be on the show.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna slap stuff together and hope for the best.
Okay, now let's start the timer and start this competition. So what are you doing right now?
Well, right now I'm just mixing these delicious looking marshmallows and they're melting. And then after they're all melted, I'm just going to add in my cereal.
That sounds really cool. Let's go see what Mason's up to. So Mason, what are you up to right now?
I actually have no clue. I'm just kind of hoping for the best. But as you can see, I have a couple marshmallows and some Rice Krispie Treats. So what I'm going to do is just pop and then...
Interesting way to make Rice Krispies.
I hope so.
Let's go back to Tara, the more advanced chef. To rush you, but you guys only have 5 minutes to finish your cuisine.
What? Why is she in an advanced oven?
It's not an advanced oven. Just cook, okay? Have fun. 2 minutes remaining. Add your finishing touches.
Okay, I'm just kind of adding some of this stuff in, confetti, and then I'm just gonna...
I'm guessing this is your surprise.
This is my surprise. I'm gonna fail this challenge.
Well, that's one way to do it.
It's gonna be delicious. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay. Two minutes remaining. Add your finishing touches.
I'm not even ready yet.
It's okay. Do you want to explain what you're doing right now?
Okay, so I'm just cutting out in these adorable little cookie cutters. Like this is a tombstone. And then I'm going to ice them and put sprinkles on them.
That's cool. You have 2 minutes remaining. Good luck. Time's up. Put your materials down. And it's time for your taste testing.
Wait, do you guys see that over there? My bat! No!
Let's go! Here's your celebrity guest name.
My name is Mr. Bonzer.
And he's going to be tasting these tasty treats for fall break. Renee, please bring out your dish.
So I made some OG original Rice Krispie treats with some amazing delicious marshmallows, the best of the best Rice Krispie cereal, and I iced them and put my little pizzazz on the dish.
Wow, well, this has a great presentation for sure. And can I go ahead and try it now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, love it.
This is amazing. The texture, the sweetness, it just, excellent job. Well done.
I know. I mean, thank you.
Well, where's that other one, though?
That's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know.
Person B, please bring out your dish.
Enjoy.
What?
Enjoy.
Am I supposed to eat this?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What?
You're not kidding, huh?
All right, let me try.
You missed the marshmallows.
Oh, sorry. I was hoping to miss something there, but all right. Oh my God! What am I? I'm gonna vomit. Oh my God!
I know this is going to be a tough decision. Who's the winner, A or B?
Sorry. This one's by far, by a landslide.
Excuse me?
I don't know what is in that.
Good job. Good job, Person
I'm gonna vomit again. Oh my God.
Sarah, you won your brand new frosting. And
I should have won that.
And you get a new restaurant. Congratulations to the winner. That's it for the Skyview cook-off. Back to you, anchors.
Rice Krispies are so easy to make. I can't wait to try that when I get home.
Yeah, I can't wait to eat them when I get home.
No, now I'm even hungrier than before.
You just need something to get it off your mind.
What's that?
Well, Connor and Doug are doing the photo slideshow this week. Roll the film. Man, that was stellar.
No kidding. Those pictures were out of this world.
You're weird, dog.
Whatever. You know what's weird?
What, bro?
An interview with Mr. Shields by Sebastian, Tristan, Jake, and Gavin.
Wow, let's watch it.
Mr. Shields grew up loving vehicles. As a kid, his grandfather taught him how to use tools. After learning about cars with his grandpa, Mr. Shields went on to become a drag racer, along with his cousin. His cousin was extremely close, almost like a brother.
The person that I looked up to most in my life, and still do today, was my grandfather. He was just a wonderful man, taught me many, many things about using my hands and tools and my mind and being a good person. And to this day, he is who I think of when I think of that particular kind of question.
Mr. Shields raced motorcycles and cars, but enjoyed racing cars more.
When we were working together with the cars and racing, we were very close. We were like brothers. I have since moved away. We grew up. We grew apart. We're close, but unfortunately he lives back in New Hampshire and I live in Colorado.
As Mr. Shields continued his journey of becoming a drag racer, he encountered difficulties.
Well, I went to school. I was in high school, and I went to school during the day. I was in track and basketball and baseball, and I worked. And then at night, I went to a school to learn how to be an auto mechanic. So that's kind of how I started getting into cars. And you had to take care of your own vehicle when you were younger. I couldn't afford to have mechanics do it, so I wanted to learn how. And yes, still to this day, in my garage or my big barn that I have, I work on my cars and my motorcycle, my kids' cars, and so forth. So I still tinker a little bit.
These difficulties included his family not having enough money to support his car, his dad not supporting his drag racing career, and much of the competition having better cars than him because of his lack of money.
Yes, I would still be doing it. I left that world when my father came to me one day and said, get a real job, because I was starting to get into doing the drag racing and cars and auto mechanics and things of that sort to be my career in life. And he was in computers at the time, and I just got out of the military and said, go get a real job. I obeyed, I guess in some sense, my dad's request and went into the computer world. If I had to do it over again, I'd still be racing cars.
Eventually, Mr. Shields entered into a drag racing tournament. He had a very fierce first match. He was up against a Super Sport Corvette, which was a very good car back in the day, especially when compared to his car. This was a big deal.
Well, keep in mind, I'm not a youngster. The cars that I used to race and deal with were the 1960s versions of the muscle cars. You guys have probably heard of that, the Mustangs, the Chargers, the Challengers, the Camaros, and so forth. So that's the cars that were out there, and people would soup them up. The reason I think they were popular was they came out of the factory pretty fast. So people didn't have to put a lot of money into them to race them. They were already almost prepared for the drag strips or for racetracks. So, and that's what we had to deal with. So it was a matter of that's really where it was. That's what you had, and they didn't make the cars of today then, and nobody wanted the older ones. So it was what was available. But they were pretty cool, I gotta say.
He went against a very fast car that raced 7 seconds, which was very fast. His car was only a 15-second car that still had a chance to compete. This quickly became Mr. Shields' most memorable moment during his drag racing career.
No, I wasn't in I did not have a number. I was not in the professional ranks, so they did not number me. What I did have on the car was the number that I chose to race against. Like I said, I was in the sportsman class, so I raced against a particular number. I used to test my cars a lot, so I knew what it could run in terms of how fast and how many seconds it would take to get down the drag strip. And that was the only number that was on the car, so that the people that were starting the race knew where to position us on the track and so forth.
The countdown started, and they both revved their engines. Mr. Shields' car went first because it had a longer time. As soon as their times matched up, the Super Sport went. As Mr. Shields was ready to go, he heard the Super Sport over-rev. As he sped through his time, the Super Sport fell behind, and Mr. Shields won.
And that's the question that is the cool one. So, as I explained, I was in the sportsman class, and you pick your number. Mine on this particular day, I was picking 1550. And I remember it specifically and succinctly as if it was yesterday. And I was in my Mustang at the time, and a Super Sport Corvette, I believe it was a 1967 or 68, which may or may not mean anything to you, but that was a really high-end car. And he pulled up next to me, and on his car he had 7, meaning he was professional. He had 7 on his car. That means he was fast. And we got up to the line, and the way they start is that I start a little bit first, and then he starts after me, and that kind of calculates that we should get to the line at the same time. And then whoever wins, based on matching or not going over that particular time frame. When we start out, I shifted into second gear, and I heard his motor over rev. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, but if you drive a standard and you don't shift correctly, the motor just revs and you don't go anywhere. Well, I kept on going, and because he missed his shift, he wasn't going forward anymore, and I beat him. And he was extremely upset because he was professional and I wasn't. So he lost in the first round and had to go home, even though he could stay, and he didn't win his trophy and his money. But it was really cool to beat, from my point of view. I had this nice car, but I beat a super sport 7-second Corvette. And I never did it again, but that was a day that I'll never forget.
One of Mr. Shields' greatest passions was drag racing. Eventually, he got his chance against a super sport and won. Sadly, Mr. Shields had to stop his drag racing career because his dad told him to get a job in computers.
I thought that would be weird and cringy.
Turns out you were wrong.
I never want to hear that sentence ever again.
Do you want to know something?
Not really, but you're gonna tell me anyway.
Yep, Connor and Doug are also doing the announcements.
This should be promising. Play it.
All uncanny items will be donated on October 5th, so make sure that you get all of the lost and found things that you might have lost over the year.
Do you want to create the 2018 yearbook cover? Must be hand-drawn. Theme, social media. Please have an eagle, year, school name, and no trademarked social media names. Due date, Friday, November 16th. Turn into Miss Wolf, room 203, or Miss Najar, room 104.
If you're a lover of tabletop games or Dungeons & Dragons, you'll want to add this to your calendar. On November 10th, there will be a game con for middle school and high school students. This will be held November 10th at Rampart High School from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Lunch and free gaming stuff are included with admission. Flyers are located in the library by the entrance with more information. Get your 2018-2019 yearbook now, on sale starting at $25 until November 2nd. After that, the price goes up. Have a book full of memories to cherish for a lifetime. Go online to ybpay.lifetouch.com to order yours today.
Wow, that was very informative.
Yeah, it was. I'm so excited to watch the next segment. I hope it's funny.
What are you talking about? There isn't another segment.
Really? I guess this is the end of the broadcast. I'm Sofia.
And I'm Alana.
And this was the first broadcast of October. Have a wonderful fall break, everybody.
Roll the credits.
Going to New York and Washington, D.C.
You messed up. You kicked the camera.
Okay, what are we doing next? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Aiden, get it. Oh yeah, Aiden.
This movie should just be all about Aiden.
Dude, I can't do this. Oh, you want it?